Alright guys, so the IKKO OH10, which I've talked about on some streams here and there, is easily my favorite pair of IEMs. It's a pair that you can pick up for $200, and it has the exact sound signature that I like, which means the bass is boosted quite a bit where it is very powerful. Same thing with the treble, it's nice and bright. Everything is just so dynamic, it's so rich that it really separates itself from a lot of other IEMs. In fact, when you compare them to other IEMs, most of the other ones kind of sound flat next to the IKKO OH10s. The problem is with all of these phones coming out that don't have headphone jacks, or even the fact that I try so many pairs of true wireless earbuds, I kind of get spoiled at how easy it is to keep true wireless earbuds, throw them in my ear, and I don't have all of these cables. So what the company IKKO has done has come up with several different accessories. Some allow you to even use other wired headphones or wired earbuds or IEMs with your phones that don't have headphone jacks. One of these devices even allows me to use the OH10s wirelessly with my phone, which I have to say has been my favorite way to use these. And so what we're gonna do is talk about a few of these different accessories. We'll talk about the price, what they do, and if I think it's actually worth the money. So the first one we're going to talk about is the EcoZerta. Now this is a portable DAC that retails for $100, and it's actually available in two different versions. You have the Apple version, which has the Lightning connector, and then you have the USB-C version, which basically works with any phone that's not an Apple device. So what it's doing is it allows you to plug into your phone's charging port, and then it gives you a normal 3.5 plug-in. So you don't have to use these with the OH10s. You can use any headphone that has a normal 3.5mm plug-in. It definitely boosts the volume quite a bit. It does pull out a little bit more bass and a little bit more treble. So there definitely is a boost when it comes to that. It still allowed me to keep the OH10s as true to their sound as possible. I don't think that it's coloring the audio too much, but do keep in mind if you're gonna be using this out and about, leaving it plugged into your phone, because it's being plugged into your charging port, it is drawing a little bit of power at all times. So it will drain your battery a little bit quicker. So that is something you probably want to know. But overall, I think this amp at $100 has definitely come in handy. This is allowing you to use headphones that require quite a bit of power with your mobile device. And I think it's definitely worth the $100 price tag. So the second device we're going to look at is EcoMusic Patch. Now, this is a mobile DAC amp that attaches to the back of your phone. Now, this one does retail for $200, so it is double the price of the Zerda. But what it does is with an adhesive, it sticks to the back of your phone and you plug it into the charging port on the bottom of your phone. And not only is it giving you a normal 3.5mm output, but it's also giving you a balanced output by using a 2.5mm connection as well. So it is nice that you have both of these options. It does have dual DACs inside, basically the same amp that the Zerda is, but you're getting two of those for both of the outputs. But one thing I do like about the Music Patch is it also has a charging port. So since this is taking up the charging port in your phone, you can simply just plug a cable into the amp and it will charge your phone through the amp. So I think that is nice and convenient, especially if you plan on just leaving this Music Patch on your phone all the time. Now personally, I don't like doing this because I don't like using devices that's constantly draining power from my phone. But as far as performance wise, I essentially think it's giving you the exact same performance as the Zerda. And again, that's because it's using the same amps. It's just much more convenient because you can leave this stuck to the back of your phone at all times. The problem is the price tag. I think the $200 or $220, whatever it's listed at, is a little bit too much. I think if it was priced at $100 or maybe even $130, I would recommend it. But again, the $200 price tag and the fact that it does stick out on your phone because it's this little block being stuck to the back of your phone, I don't like this option as much as I like the Zerda. So the third option, and this is my personal favorite, is the EcoArc wireless adapter. Now this one comes in at $130 and it's a simple just neckband style adapter which plugs into the IEMs using a 2-pin connector. So you don't actually have to use the OH10s. If you have a pair of IEMs that use that same 2-pin connector, you can simply just plug these cables into those and use them wirelessly as well. Now the neckband itself actually uses a Qualcomm 3034 chip, and it supports aptX HD, aptX, AAC, and SBC. So you're getting some of the best Bluetooth codecs all in the neckband. It does give you button controls, so you can actually control absolutely everything right here on the neckband. So you have your play, pause, skipping your tracks forward, going backwards, and even volume control all right there on your neckband. Now, as far as the battery life, it is going to get you around 9 hours. It does use a USB-C connection for charging. Inside the box, they include a small little USB-C cable. They also include a leather bag to keep the adapter in. And then another thing that they include are these little, basically rubberized hooks to go around your ears. So if you're using in-ear monitors, like in my case, the OH10s, I plug them in, I have the cable wrapped around my ear. Some of the cables are a little loose, they'll stick up some. So these little hooks just allow you to feed the cable through them, and it keeps it more secure and more in place around your ear. And at first, I really didn't think I would use it as much, but I did find it to be pretty convenient, and it just felt a little more secure. Now, as far as the design of the neckband itself, around the back part, it's actually hand-sewn leather. Now, if you're going to be using these with the OH10s, it's nice to know that on the bottom part, which is what actually keeps the neckband weighed down, they're using the exact same material. So it has some pretty good weight to it. It looks very premium, and it's just nice that it matches the OH10s itself. And as far as the audio goes, this is the department that surprised me the most. Now, this is me using it with the OH10s, so it's really going to depend on the IEM that you choose to plug into the adapter, but they're using dual DACs. That way that there is a DAC committed to each IEM that it's plugged into, and the overall volume gets way too loud. In fact, I can't even listen to it at the loudest volume because it gets that high. So it's nice to know that you're going to get plenty of power. Just the fact of me being able to walk around and use the OH10s and not have to worry about them being plugged into my phone or plugged into any other kind of amp has made the ARC like my favorite way to use my OH10s. I would pick these up over any other pair of true wireless earbuds because you're not going to get the same volume or audio performance that the OH10s are capable of. Hands down, it's the best pair of IEMs that I've tested, and I've tested some that are all the way up to $1,500. There's just something about these, and again, it's because it matches a sound signature that I like. The fact that I can use these wirelessly with the ARC adapter has made this a huge bonus. Again, the other accessories, I do think the music patch is a little overpriced at $200+. I do like the EcoZerta, but I have gotten to a point where I don't like to use any kind of wires at all. So again, I always find myself going back to using the ARC wireless adapter. And so at $130, I definitely think that's the way to go. But guys, that's my video on the IKKO OH10s and all of these other accessories that IKKO has offered for all of these devices that don't have headphone jacks anymore. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.